Conscious Spirit Media. Welcome everyone to this episode of Conscious Spirit Media, and I am very, very excited to have on the line with me April Fontana, all the way from California in the United States.
Hi.
Hey, April.
Thank you so much for interviewing me. This is really nice.
You're welcome. And April is a very, very gifted and talented healer, and I've personally experienced her healing, and it's absolutely incredible. And that's why I want to bring her on and interview her about this and get her to talk a bit more about how she experiences healing, how she heals, and I find it really, really fascinating. So welcome, April, and let's get into your story and how you got into healing.
Okay, sorry, my cat's attacking me. Okay. How did I get into healing? Well, my whole life I was different, knowing what people are thinking, talking to cats, seeing images of things, which is clairvoyant. We see things in pictures, just like you're looking at me. It's if I was to flash and I'm gone. That's how we see things.
Wow.
So, yeah, and it was a very odd thing back in the day. And then I was praying one night because I was just so nervous. I realized I was picking up people's energies.
Right.
Or, I didn't tap into, I know what that person does behind the scenes. My subconscious was seeing it, but I was blocking it out because I was just tired of it. I guess I wanted to be normal and fit in or something like that. So, when I was praying, I said, there's got to be a reason I'm like this. And what if it's something like really great that I don't understand? So I just started praying and I let go of the fear. And within 5 minutes, I was seeing through bodies.
Wow.
And so I'm like, whoa, this is a trip, man. I'm looking at my roommate's body, but now what? And so my friend called me who had like 15 herniated discs or something, and he said, I called him right away and I told him, and he said, can you stick your hand in my body? And I said, I don't know. And he said, I don't think I want to do that. I mean, what if I do something wrong? And he goes, I can feel that this is something major. I trust you. Just stick your hands in. And I fixed his back, and that was it.
Wow. I mean, how did you go about doing that? Like, how did you do that?
Well, it's okay. I'll give you an easy example.
Mm-hmm.
Say you're looking at a vertebrae.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not okay. This would be an animal vertebrae because I can't go like this. Say you're looking at a vertebrae and you see this vertebrae over here.
Right.
Right? Okay. Well, it shouldn't be over there, right?
Right.
It shouldn't be over here when the spine's here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There.
So it's really that simple then.
Yes, it is.
Wow. So what do you think?
I see everything, I see everything. I see multidimensional. Like if I went into your energy, like right now on this tan wall you have behind you.
Yeah.
I automatically see like 7 different things going on at one time. Like I'm seeing what you're thinking, then I'm seeing what your subconscious is doing.
Wow.
Then I see your relationship over here. I'll see people that are deceased over here. I'll see parallel lives over here. So there's like, if you just take your face as it looks now and you stuck on that wall like 8 pictures of different things, that's how I see.
Wow, that is incredible. Yeah,
it's really cool.
And all of those different dimensions affect a person's life right now, and you're able to kind of heal all those different levels, and that will kind of integrate and make their current life in the 3-dimensional world much more in harmony. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, you're not three-dimensional. You're fourth-dimensional, first of all.
Mm.
So, because your mind has expanded, so I can see what dimension you're in.
Okay. Okay.
So, the first thing I do is I'll raise somebody's vibration so they accept the healing more, because I'm just a tool. I could heal somebody of a broken back in a second. And then another person might take me 10 times, because I got to keep talking to them, telling them what their subconscious is doing. Like, you're saying, I don't believe this can be done, or I don't deserve for this to be done. So then I have to go in there emotionally. Or it could be they broke someone else's back in a parallel life, and this is their karma.
Right.
So I go into the parallel life and just make it dormant. Only the negative parts of that parallel life, I just make it dormant. And again, the parallel lives look up like a bunch of pictures. Some are white, some are black. If it's black and pulled towards me, I don't need to look in and say you were a Marine, or you I don't need to do that. I just make it dormant like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. So for people who have some major issues, for example, like their spine is not aligned, or they have like a serious like wound or something, and when you heal that, are they able to physically experience that healing like this? Like, do they feel like
immediately?
move
immediately, because this is my method. I've never been taught anything about healing.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't even pay attention to what other people are doing as far. I know what like Reiki is. I know what that is. They're going on the outside of the body. I know what psychic healing is, which that's why I don't call myself a psychic healer, because they go in and you feel pain and you have a scar and all this other stuff. I'm a clairvoyant healer. There is no pain. You're not going to feel it. There is no recovery.
Okay, so it's a completely different level and way of working through that. Yeah. Okay.
Because I want it to be. That's where it's coming from. Everything I do is because I want it to be. I want it to be immediate, and I believe it's immediate, so therefore it's immediate.
Wow.
It's that simple.
So
whatever you believe.
So all these
whatever
other
you believe is real.
all these other healing methods then are really kind of limited in the capacity just by sake of the belief of the person who created it. Is that correct?
I don't really know all the healing methods. I only know what I'm getting feedback from my clients. Like, I've tried all the methods and yours worked. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna, slander someone else's method. But I do believe mine is the most intense and fastest. Yeah.
Wow. So I guess my real question was, it really is whatever you believe is reality then, and
that's right.
You can make anything happen. It's just
that's right.
And you have to have
but your soul has to be ready for it.
Right.
Like right now, I want to do telekinesis, and I see myself doing it, and I'm doing it in a parallel life right now.
Okay.
I mean serious telekinesis. I don't mean moving a pen. I mean like moving the couch or something. That's what I want to do. I just want to do it. I've always wanted to do it. And so when I go to the other side, which is the seventh dimension where people pass away, okay? Or right now I'm further than the seventh dimension. I'm talking to, they're called other beings. That's what they told me to call them, which people would call them ETs or aliens. I'm getting a lot of information from them. And one of them's name is Arnon.
Okay.
And it's so hard not to say he or she. They don't have any gender.
Right.
And I didn't know that.
Okay.
And they're invisible too. They don't even have a body. It's just a consciousness.
Wow.
I didn't know that. So when I said, I've seen you, when I'm healing somebody, I've seen you. And he said, I said he again. See how hard that is?
Yeah.
I can't say he, I can't say she. So Arnon said, you saw what you believed would look like.
Okay.
That's how it works. And the soul has a belief system. Even Arnon's soul has a belief system. So whatever the beliefs, I'll give you a perfect example. If somebody thinks say somebody commits suicide.
Yeah.
And their belief system is they're going to go to hell. If they believe that they're going to go to hell, guess what? They're going to create a hell over there.
Wow.
That isn't really there. But if they believe that if they commit suicide, it doesn't matter, then they're going to go to what you would call heaven.
Huh.
It's going on over there as well as it's going on over here. The belief system never goes away.
Fascinating. Wow. So it's more it's at the mind thought level of reality then, because beliefs are like thoughts.
It's way beyond that. It's the soul. It's not even the subconscious. It's the soul's belief system. So to tap into your soul is a completely different. Now I'm working in souls also, but I haven't told anybody that really, except my friend, because I won't do it for clients. Because when you open up a soul, and they call it, like a lot of shamans do this. They call it soul. What do you call it? My screen's flashing.
Like awakening.
Well, that's what I would call it, soul awakening. But soul retrieval.
Okay.
So I asked my mom, who's on the other side, something about cancer. Why is cancer so difficult? And she said, because the soul is in balance, and that's how I got into it. As soon as she said that, I immediately was able to see a soul, which I wasn't before.
Wow.
It's just, yeah. So, and back to the telekinesis thing, when I go there or whatever it's not really going there, because they're in exactly the same spot that we are. Everything is in the same spot. It's just a different frequency. It's like if you had two radios on, and one's playing something very I was gonna say depressing. Yeah. A really sad song. Like you're gonna feel that. That would be a third dimension, just as an example. Yeah. And then you hear a song that's like your favorite song, and it just lifts you up, and you're just like, that's the difference in like the frequency. It's the same thing. Right.
Same room it's playing in, but you feel it at a whole different level. And okay.
Right.
Yeah. So for our listeners and our viewers today, can you go over maybe a few examples of some of the things you've been able to some of your experience in your healing? And because people might not be maybe they're just wondering, like, what kind of issues do you cover, like, yeah, maybe some experiences and examples.
Okay. Well, okay, so in energy, everything is the same to me. So it doesn't matter if it's a tumor in the head or a back broken. It's just the same thing. There's no difference. I mean, yeah, the tumor's in the head, but so I just pull it out, and the vertebrae's off, and I just push it in. I mean, it's the same thing. Right. But examples would be people that have extreme fears. Okay. That could definitely be coming from a parallel life, like afraid of heights, or afraid of getting on the freeway. Okay. So basically, what I do is I'm really intense, and I don't mess around. I'm extremely blunt. That's just me. That's the way, I'm not. Most healers I've experienced are very like gentle, and I'm just not like that because my personality is not like that. Yeah. So I've done everything you can imagine. But if you want some examples, like let's say like a baby was born,
Okay.
and the heart rate is going crazy, and they don't know what's wrong with the baby. And as soon as I see the baby, I see a needle. Okay. If I see a needle, then I'm like, did you get an epidural? The baby was allergic to it. I just reverse it. The baby went home the next day.
Wow.
So I see the cause. You have to see the cause.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like some people are just like afraid of just leaving the house, and I've had all these experiences. Like one time I didn't leave the house for a year. I didn't want to look at anybody, and I didn't know why. Now I know why, because I was feeling everything. But
Right.
I've been through a lot of stuff, and that's why I'm able to, the more stuff I go through, I can just tap right in. So anything to do with bones, muscles, blood cells, chemotherapy, cancer, any disease, Lyme's, mold, adrenal glands, which is a big thing because you cannot test adrenal glands through blood work. There's a simple way to do it on the blood pressure machine. What they're deficient in, tumors, cysts, gallstones, liver stones. I know what people are eating when I talk to them.
Wow.
Like if I see a gallstone, I'll see, let's just say, just a flash. I'll see orange cheese, and that means the cheese created the gallstone. And I say you have to stop eating cheese. So I wipe it all out. So I just wipe it all out. They stop eating cheese and they're fine. So I always see the cause, because to me, you got to go to the cause. Like the other day, somebody said to me something about a woman that was pregnant, and she said, "Do you have experience with blah blah blah?" And I didn't know what it was. I don't even have to know what it is. It's when I'm healing or I'm talking to you right now, I'm in the same space. I'm in the 6th dimension right now.
Right.
Normally I'm in the 5th. Of course, I slipped down to the 3rd. But, when I'm healing, I'm in the 6th dimension. So I don't think when I heal. I don't look at somebody and saying, what do I do here? No, it's just it's automatic. I just do it.
Wow. So it's all happening. Yeah.
Yeah, if you think, you cannot do this. Your mind always gets in the way. You got to do it through your heart.
Okay.
And the last thing that Arnon told me is people that are confused about what is the right thing to do just in their life. He said it's very simple. And remember who this is coming from. We're talking about, I want to say E.T. again, but they don't appreciate that. He said, Arnon said, it's very easy to know when you're doing the right thing or it's not the right thing for you, because if it feels good, it's coming from your heart.
Right.
If it doesn't feel good, it's coming from your head.
Wow.
How cool is that?
Wow, it's so simple.
It's beyond talking to a guru. I mean, think about the dimension that he's in. There's no number on Earth for that.
Huh.
There's no number. It's like infinity. So I do these sessions with my dear friend Cherie, because I always my parents fought a lot, and they were 20 years apart and just totally different and opposite signs and all that. And I used to just look at a picture, and I would just end up there. It could have been Italy or London or what. I got a lot of experience with London, actually.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Parallel lives in London, those romantic movies.
Yeah.
That are always filmed in that beautiful lush, and then the rain. I just want to go over there, but I can't. So a lot of experience with that. But Cherie is an animal communicator. But I talk to my mom and talk to my guides and all that all the time, but she can get so much more into detail. Like, I never shut up with the questions. I've been like that since I was born. What, Ma? Where did that sun come from? Like, how is it sitting up there? You know, I just drove my mother nuts, right?
Yeah.
I'm still like that. I want to know.
Wow.
So Cherie can be, now I have a CC group, collective consciousness group is what they told me to call them.
Okay.
And I have Ornan, my mom, a guide named Chief Blackfoot. I got a lot of Indian stuff going on too. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, which they also told me that angels are no gender either, even though the name is Michael and Raphael.
Wow.
There's no gender. So I have this group where they want me to talk to the group because they said I'm expanding at lightning speed, and my cat who passed, named Safa, called in the group. But so this would be an example. Safa called in the group, right? So you would just normally think, oh, well, she's helping me or whatever. No. My higher self wanted her to do that, or it wouldn't be happening.
Huh.
Everything is happening from your soul and your higher self. Everything you experience, you're asking for it. You might not know why. That's why I like having the sessions with Cherie.
Wow.
Because I can go into deep stuff. Like, I like to go on different star systems, and I'm just curious about all that stuff.
Incredible. Wow. I mean, even what you're talking about there, like, probably will blow some people's minds. So, let's talk a bit more about the.
Yeah, I even forgot your question. I just rambled.
No, that's great. It was really, really fascinating. I'm sure people are like really, really interested in all of that as well. So, let's maybe explain a bit more about your process, about your full healing session. What goes on? Like, how do you go through the body? What are the steps that you go through? So to get people what they can experience.
Okay, the first thing I do is make the parallel lifetimes that are affecting them in a negative way dormant. Okay. The reason I do that is I clean off all the dirt, let's say, the things that are negative look like dirt to me. So I make that dormant. Then I clean out their aura. I remove all the cords. I add a ton of minerals and vitamins in their body. I flood them with it.
Wow.
Then I see which ones I don't need to look really to tell you that. So I'm explaining the old way I used to do it. Right. I don't have to look anymore at all. I just it just takes a second, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah. So, because it's all in my head, and I just go, shh, you know. Wow. So then I balance the minerals and the vitamins to work properly. I balance the water content. Like, a lot of people drink a ton of water, and they're always thirsty. It's because the water's not working right in their body.
Right.
So if the water's not working right in your body, say most of your water's on this side, then your liver's not getting enough. Okay. Then I detox. I reverse any environmental allergies. Then I clear out the sinuses and the nose. I take out any negativity in the subconscious. And you got to remember, it's only what they're allowing me to. I might go in their subconscious and I hear them say, no, I'm only letting you do 80%. And I say, why? And I'm having a full conversation with them.
Wow.
And they don't know it. Yeah, so then I have to get them in touch with their higher self to let go of that.
Wow.
Like, say it's a sabotage thing. I'll get them in touch with their higher self.
Right.
You know? And I'm not talking to them on the phone or anything. That's just what I do. So then we're all cleaned out and everything's working nice. Then I clean out all the organs.
Okay.
And I give them a zap, as I call it. It's like I renew each organ. Right. I clean out all the arteries. I do the vertebrae, all the muscles. I know I'm leaving something out.
The chakras, do you open the chakra?
Oh yeah, thank you so much. I intensely clean and open all the chakras.
Okay.
And then I look at the list that they gave me.
Okay.
And before, I would have to look at, I have a gallbladder problem. And I would have to go in to the gallbladder, and, you know, it would take a few minutes just to do that.
Right.
But now, what I do is I have a photographic memory, and you got to realize whatever I want, my soul wants, I'm going to be able to do. So now how I do it is I just go swipe for the previous lives.
Yeah.
The other swipe is for everything I just said.
Right.
That I normally do. And then I look at their list, and I don't even have to read it, honestly. I just look at the list and I throw the list in my head. Like, that's what it looks like.
Right.
Without reading. And then I just do another swipe. So if somebody asks me, what did you see? Then I have to go back to before I did the swipe. And I can still tell them.
Okay.
So basically, I cover everything. Anything you can imagine, I cover it.
Wow. So it's basically a shortcut version that you're doing now that's condensed and much faster. And then you can, like, if people want more detail and want to know what the causes are or what's going on, then you can just go back to your old method and, like, dive down into specifics.
No, I don't go back to my old method. What I do is, to me, there's no time. So I just go back before I swiped. That's all. I'm not going to go back in the gallbladder because it's fixed.
Okay.
So I'm not going to be able to sit. So I'm not going to be able to see it. So what I do is I simply just go back to before the swipe, and I can see it. Wow. Example of doing the time warp thing, like I call it. Somebody said, and I brought this up earlier, and I guess I didn't finish it. Somebody asked me about some kind of blood disease with a mother, and the kid's like a couple months, and now the kid's got it. And she's like, what can you explain about that particular disease? And I said, nothing. She goes, what do you mean nothing? And I said, I wouldn't fix. In a case like that, why would I go in and fix all this blood stuff when it happened when she was in the mother's womb? That doesn't make sense to me. I just go back to when the baby was an egg. And I'll see the egg, and I'll see what the problem was. It might be something like the husband was taking a drug.
Okay.
And I take that part out. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, I go back to, well, think about it. That's not really that amazing or anything, because if I'm going into parallel lives,
yeah,
what's the difference? Going to someone when they were an egg.
Right.
There's no difference. You know what I mean? But all this stuff I'm telling you now has only been the past couple of weeks where I'm able to do this.
Wow.
You know, because I was just standing there and I saw myself. This is selenite.
Okay.
Instead of sticking my hand, it's big.
Yeah.
It won't even fit in the screen, I don't think. And here's my.
Nice. Yeah.
The white light spray. So the white light spray there's a tab on my website if anybody wants it. You know all about it because you did a testimonial. The first thing I do is I just spray all the negativity off the person.
Wow.
Right? And then I can see the black just fall off.
Wow.
Because I see energy. And then when I'm swiping, the reason I use this is because why stick my hand in somebody's energy if I don't have to?
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Right, so I saw myself go like this, and I said, what the heck was that? So I went to the other side, and I asked my cat, I said, Safa, am I going to be able to heal somebody in like a second? And I knew what she was going to say. She said, do you believe you can? It always comes back to that.
Wow.
And I said, 80%. But now I'll really blow your mind. I don't have to do anything. I can just do it with my mind. I don't need sprays or I don't need anything.
Wow.
I can just, yeah, like tell me, do you have any pain anywhere? Your
Yeah.
shoulders look crooked right now. Is that the way you're sitting?
Well,
can't.
I don't. Yeah, I guess I'm sitting. Yeah, I'm sitting on a cushion here.
Okay. Do you have any pain anywhere?
My eyes.
Okay. Oh, your eyes. Okay. Hold on. How's that?
Yeah, a bit better. Wow.
Hold on. I can also make a noise that'll make it more intense. So what I do is I raise my consciousness into the sixth dimension.
Right.
It's not up here really. It's like blowing up a balloon.
Uh-huh.
You're expanding. It's all around you. It's not really up, but I'm so used to saying it's up there. Hold on. Uh-huh. How's that?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so this is very personal. I'm not going to tell you why your eyes were like that on film.
Okay.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
So I saw, when I went into your eyes, I saw a picture of somebody. So that tells me what it's about.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But you know, anybody can do what I'm doing, Gabriel. You have to want it. There's got to be a reason. And I had 6 people pass away, including my parents, in 6 months, and saw what the medical field did. So that gave me an incredible passion to, well, I didn't know at the time, but it gave me a passion in my subconscious that I didn't realize. I was so angry.
Right.
That all these people passed. So if you have a passion for it, and you're willing to get over all your fears, like when I was a kid, there was, and my whole family saw them. There were spirits in the house.
Yeah. And
I'm like, can we just? I mean, it was like, it sounds funny because we were so nonchalant about it, but I'm like, can we just eat dinner? Like, do you need a chair? Would you like to sit in the chair with us? I mean, everywhere we went, it's just like ridiculous, So that was normal for me. But see, I had to go through that to be able to know their energy now. Like some spirits look all bright and shiny and they're dark. So I don't look at what I see, I feel.
Right.
And that came from childhood, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, April, for going through all these experiences and sharing your amazing knowledge and insights. Tell us a bit more how our viewers can learn more about you and maybe do some sessions with you.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what. Well, just look up April Fontana on Facebook.
Okay.
I think it's. Yeah, I don't think it's the Oracle Healer on Facebook. Well, the Oracle Healer is my business page. I prefer my personal page.
Okay.
But my beautiful new website done by somebody very special is theoraclehealer.com.
Okay.
And there's everything on there. It explains everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, so wonderful to have you here, and I think we had a quick chat before that it would be great to get you back on the channel in the future, maybe doing some kind of live call-in things for people to experience.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fantastic. I think people would really find that fascinating, and I could set something up where they call in and we can chat with them quickly. And
yeah, I mean, I did iHeart for like 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a lot of those that they can listen to on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
You can get to my YouTube channel from my website. But I love doing that. That's my favorite thing to do.
Amazing. Well,
yeah, I give everyone 5 minutes Well, now it's not going to be 5 minutes. They don't need it. But if they're going to ask me questions, it would be 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So,
okay. Wow. So
yeah, that's my favorite.
fit a few in there next time. Thank you thank you so much, April, and it was great having you here. And guys, I highly recommend check out April's website, get a session with her. It's absolutely incredible and life-changing. So thank you so much, April. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.